facilities? Where's your mindset on that?
I can't say that, right? You don't seriously think I'm going to answer that question? Will you strike the Iranian nuclear component? And what time exactly, sir? Sir, would you strike it? Would you please inform us so we can be there and watch? I mean, you don't know that I'm going to even do it. You don't know. I may do it. I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do. I can tell you this, that Iran's got a lot of trouble, and they want to negotiate. And I said, why didn't you negotiate with me before? All this death and destruction. Why didn't you negotiate? I said to the people, why didn't you negotiate with me 2 weeks ago? You could have done fine. You would have had a country. It's very sad to watch this. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It's so, everyone thought it was going to be the reverse. I didn't think so. And I was telling them, you gotta do something. You gotta negotiate. And at the end, last minute, they said, no, we're not going to do that, and they got hit. Remember 60 days, and then came the 60. 61 is going to become a very famous number. That was one hell of a hit. That first hit, that was one hell of a hit. Not sustainable, to be honest. That's where it ended. It ended on the first night. Yes.
Regarding the ongoing situation in Iran, I know there has been a lot of speculation amongst all of you in the media regarding the president's decision-making and whether or not the United States will be directly involved. In light of that news, I have a message directly from the president, and I quote, "Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks." That's a quote directly from the president for all of you today.
Just in case you guys have not been keeping track, I've been keeping track. About a week or so ago, when Israel started bombing Iran, their excuse was that Iran is hours, days away from a nuclear bomb. Everyone, we must start World War III. We need America to join in. Iran is hours away, days away from a nuclear bomb. That's what they said when they started attacking Iran about a week or so ago. And then, of course, now it has been announced that Trump will make a decision within 2 weeks if he's going to join the war or not. Trump will make a decision in 14 days. Well, guess what? Now Israel is saying that Iran, oh my God, Iran may have a nuclear missile within 15 days. Do you get it yet? I mean, seriously, people. Has it gone through that thick skull of yours yet? I got a thick skull. I'm hard-headed. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get the point, but I get the point here. I see what's going on here. We were just a couple of days away from nuclear missiles in Iran. And then Trump says, give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks to make a decision. And all of a sudden, the Israeli intel comes in that within 15 days, as soon as your 14-day wait is over, that's when Iran will have nuclear bombs. Folks, they've been saying this since the 90s. Probably longer than that, but I was born in 1991, so as long as I could remember, this is what has been said, folks. Do you get it yet? And let me tell you this. All of you who took a stand and let your voices be heard that you did not want war with Iran, pat yourself on the back. Everyone who had the courage to speak out against war with Iran, pat yourself on the back, because you, people like me, are the only reason why we're not at war with Iran yet. Because the decision had already been made. The moves were already being made. The only reason why Trump, last minute, decided not to make the major move yet is because of all of you. It's because of us. He's seen the pushback. He's seen the reactions online. Now, you bootlickers, I don't know what to tell you. Y'all allowed your true colors to shine very brightly over the past week. Y'all went from no new wars, Trump is the peacetime president, to yeah, let's bomb Iran, let's start World War III, let's go! Anything for Israel, let's all die for Israel. Some of y'all went absolutely batshit insane. I didn't know that y'all were this war-thirsty, this bloodthirsty. It's crazy. So I know a lot of y'all are upset right now because you haven't got what Israel wanted yet. So like I said, if you had the courage to speak out against this war, pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. Because it's been a long week. I've gotten a lot of hate. I know you guys have gotten a lot of hate. There's been a split amongst the right. We're starting to see who's America first and who's Israel first. That's what we're starting to see, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it's just hilarious that this timeline for when Iran gets nuclear missiles, it has already changed. It went from, oh my God, they're minutes away, to, oh, well, as soon as we got to give Donald Trump 2 weeks, and then on the 15th day, that's when Iran gets a nuclear missile. It's so bogus, it's so idiotic, yet people are buying this, people are eating it up, and look, I expect that from the boomers. I expect that from people who watch Mark Levin and are tuned into Fox News all day. I expect that from them, but us younger folks, man, come on. Get with the program, okay? Get with the program. Don't allow people in their 60s and 70s to write a check that your ass can't cash because they're writing a check for war with Iran, a war they're too old to fight, a war that they will be sending you to fight. And it's a war that is unnecessary. It's a war that is not in America's best interest. It's in the best interest of Israel. Just like every other Middle Eastern war that we fought in our lifetime. But folks, it's not over. Just because Trump said, let's give it 2 weeks, does not mean it's over. Like I said, the decision had already been made. And some people at home will say, well, how do you know that? How do you know decisions were already being made? You don't know what Trump is going to do. Listen, folks. Not all of us are sitting around waiting on a truth, what is it called? Truth Social post? What is it called? No one even has that app. No one even has that social media. No one is on Truth Social. We're not sitting around here, at least I'm not, waiting on what's said on Truth Social. No. I know that we were already committed to striking Iran because of the movements by our military. We were moving our warships within striking distance of Iran. And then when Trump decided, I'm going to give it 2 weeks, we moved the warships back. We're already sending all types of fighter jets, tankers, bombers. They're all flying over there getting ready, folks. It's already basically been decided. And if you want my honest opinion, I still think this is going to happen. I still think that the strikes against Iran are going to happen. I think right now what we're given is the illusion that America gets to decide. Right now we're being sold the illusion that, wait, we're going to weigh in on things and decide what's best for the American people. No. The American people aren't even being thought of when it comes to these decisions in Iran. The American people are at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to priorities, folks. I can tell you that right now. So, in my opinion, we are being sold the illusion that there's like a big debate going on and we're going to really try to decide what's best. I think we're being sold that illusion. That's what I think. Could I be wrong? Hopefully. Hopefully I am wrong. But that's what I think is happening here as of right now, in my opinion. So here's what's going to happen. Over the course of the next 2 weeks, you are going to be hit with a boatload of propaganda to try to convince you that going to war with Iran is necessary, that it's a good thing. You're going to be hit with nonstop pro-Israel, feel bad for Israel, Iran's the big bad enemy. you're going to be fed with nonstop propaganda about that. And folks, I'm not here to tell you that Iran is run by a bunch of good people. I'm not here in support of Iran. That's what these people who want war will try to do. They'll try to say, oh, you don't want to start World War III? What are you, pro-Iran? What do you like? Listen, those reverse psychology tactics only work on weak-minded people. I'm not pro-Iran. I'm pro-America. I'm pro keep America out of other people's business and problems. Okay? But over the next couple of weeks, you're going to be hit with nonstop propaganda and most likely false flags. False flags are definitely on the table because there is no outcome where America does not get further involved. Even if Trump makes the decision not to get further involved, Israel will make the decision to do something to get us further involved. It's happened throughout history. Why should this be any different? But I want to go ahead and roll this news clip really quickly. Before I do so, though, make sure you guys have hit the thumbs up button. Drop a comment below. If you would like to donate to the channel, you could do so via Cash App or Super Thanks. But I want to roll this news clip, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Tell me which Arab country has stepped up and said, you know what, we're going on the side of Iran. They're doing so great. The Israelis are kicking their asses left and right. The U.S. hasn't even gotten involved directly. Yeah, so where are they? They're nowhere. How about China? Nowhere. How about Russia? Nowhere. What happened to World War III? There is no World War III. They all sound like a bunch of Marxist Islamists. They don't sound like patriotic Americans. Let me be clear. This is good versus evil. You're either a patriotic American who's going to get behind the President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief, or you're not. One other thing. These little weasels in Congress like Tom Massey, the War Powers Act, and I'm a constitutionalist, he says, and I know the president's not, he can't do this on his own. Hey, Tommy, let me educate you about the Constitution. Is the War Powers Act in the Constitution? It was passed in 1973. Was the Constitution adopted in 1973, Tommy? I don't think so. So you're joining up with Tlaib, who supports the enemy. Omar, who supports the enemy. Folks, this is black and white. You're either on the side of the red, white, and blue, or you're on the other side. It's that simple. Oh, what is the War Powers Act? It is an unconstitutional law that tries to steal power from the Commander-in-Chief. If Congress wants to step in, and they don't believe that the President of the United States should help Israel, help us, take out a nuclear site so these primitives don't have a missile that can hit Detroit and Los Angeles and Philadelphia or wherever they want to, if that's their belief, they have what's called the spending clause of the Constitution. They can withhold money. Congress did that in the Vietnam War to Ford. He vetoed it. They overrode his veto. You know why they won't do that? They don't have enough votes to do it, to override his veto. We need to stand behind our Commander-in-Chief. We need to stand behind the Israelis. We need to put this evil to rest once and for all. 50 years is a forever war. It's time to get rid of them. Done.
So, if you're wondering why your grandma or your grandfather is suddenly all pro-war with Iran, if you're wondering why these old folks are all hyped up about war with Iran, look no further than people like Mark Levin. Okay? It's the neocons like him that are so excited about war with Iran. Those people are the biggest issue here in America, if you ask me. And like I said, before I rolled that clip, you gotta be careful, folks. You gotta be careful out there. A lot of your favorite influencers, your favorite YouTubers, singers, musicians, you name it, a lot of them are gonna start pushing for this war because a lot of them are on that payroll. I can tell you that there are a lot of YouTubers out there that have been getting checks over the last week to promote this war. You gotta question who these people are really for. You think that you're watching independent YouTubers and independent media? No, you're not. These people are worse than the mainstream. But you can rest assured that I have not accepted any of those paychecks yet. You can rest assured that when you hear my opinions, you're hearing my opinions. You're not hearing opinions that were paid for by a foreign country. But you want to know what I find really funny? All of these people, including Mark Levin, they talk about how Israel is kicking Iran's ass. Yeah, Israel is kicking Iran's ass. Okay, cool. So then why do you need our help? I don't care if Israel wants to attack Iran. Go ahead. If Iran wants to attack Israel, go ahead. I don't care. Be my guest. Blow each other off the map. It has nothing to do with me. It should have nothing to do with America. But they'll sit here and they'll say, oh my God, Israel is kicking Iran's ass. And then in the same breath, tell you that we should get involved as well. And this is the part that a lot of people are missing. This is the key detail that a lot of people seem to not understand. You see, for Israel, their main objective, Israel's main objective is not to get rid of nukes in Iran. I'll take it one step further. Israel's main objective is not to pull off a regime change in Iran. Israel's main objective is to drag the U.S. into the war with Iran. And this is something that I did not start calling out yesterday. This is something that I've been talking about for years. In fact, shortly after the failed assassination attempt, shortly after they tried to kill Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, I posted that this would be one of the next steps. They could not wipe out Trump. They could not assassinate him. So now they're going to totally assassinate his second term. They couldn't stop Trump. They couldn't take him out. They tried multiple times. So now their next step is to totally ruin and tarnish his legacy, drag Trump into endless wars in his second term. I called this out literally in like August of last year. I didn't just wake up yesterday and decide to have this opinion. No. I know damn good and well that this is part of the plan. It's not about nukes. It's not about this. It's not about that. It's about dragging Trump and America into this war. That's what it's all about. And I don't want to hear, well, America has the bunker buster. America has the one bomb that can do the job. They're just stringing you along constantly. It's always this excuse or that excuse. They're stringing you along. And this is all about dragging the U.S. in. If Israel cannot manage to drag the U.S. into this war, then Israel does not have the power that they think they have. It's important for them to be able to flex that power. It's important for them to show the world that, hey, if you got a problem with Israel, our lapdog America will come right in and bomb the hell out of you. America is Israel's bodyguard. That's the message they want to send to the world. And quickly it went from, Iran can't have nukes to they're talking about regime change. All over the news, they hardly even talk about the nukes anymore. Now it's, Iran tried to assassinate Trump, or Iran, they chant death to America. What about Islam? What about radical Islam? If you think these people really cared about radical Islamists and all of that other stuff, why would they be flooding our country with these people? And make no mistake about it, after we go bomb the hell out of Iran, we're going to welcome those people into our country with open arms. And some of you will say, Donald Trump will never do that. Donald Trump is only going to be president for like 3 more years, folks. Donald Trump does not last forever. The secure borders do not last forever. And if we get into this war, Trump is not going to be as popular as he once was, and Republicans are going to lose the next elections. And we'll be right back to square one with Iranians and God knows who being flooded into our country. As Our daughters and sons are dying in a foreign land for no reason, as we spend hundreds of billions and trillions of dollars on this nonsense. I think we're already spending hundreds of millions of dollars a day to defend Israel. It's all ridiculous. But like I said, make no mistake about it, they will push the goalpost every time, because it's not about nukes, it's about dragging America in. And if you want that to not happen, you need to allow your voices to be heard. You guys need to be speaking up everywhere. Every social media platform, everywhere. Let people know that you do not support this, because the outcome is not good for any of us. But for now, you guys let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.